Hey everyone, it's Marissa, your book lady here, and I'm back to share some of my favorite books for shared reading or reading aloud. And these are going to be for a variety of ages, and they're not really in any particular order, except for the first one because it's the one I'm most excited about. This is Nibbles, the Book Monster. He's our brand new book, and there's a matching plush that you can buy as well. That you should get to go with the book because it's adorable. But Nibbles is a book monster, and he eats through this book and escapes. See, he's eaten out of the book, and he eats into other books. So here he is in Goldilocks and the Three Bears. And then he eats out of that book and into another book. So there he is in Little Red Riding Hood. It's a really cute story, really great introduction to those stories if your child is not familiar with them, or great to introduce fractured fairy tales to an older child that is familiar with those books. Great for kids that are reading independently to read by themselves. It's a really great book that would appeal to a variety of ages. This is our big book series. This is the newest book in the series. We have several different titles in the series. Big Book of Big Machines, Big Book of the Body, which is this one, Big Book of Stars and Planets. And the way that these work is that they're big books in and of themselves, but then they have several pages that fold out into a 4-page spread. I gotta get this where I can, so that they become ginormous. And they're really cool nonfiction, really informative, really engaging, super fun. This is Too Many Tomatoes. This is the new book by Eric Odie, who is one of our most popular authors, and it's adorable and will be perfect for the upcoming gardening season. And it is this great rhyming story about a boy whose grandparents' garden is bursting with too many tomatoes and what they do with all those tomatoes. It's got a great rhythm to it, just like all of Eric Odie's books do. And if you're not familiar with Eric Odie's books, you should check out Dan the Taxi Man, which I have an individual title video for, and Busy Trucks on the Go. This is Tale of Two Beasts. This is one of my favorite picture books ever in the whole entire world. And it tells the same story from two different perspectives. First, it tells the story of this little girl who's walking through the woods, and she comes upon this little beast, and she decides to rescue him and take him home. But then later, we hear the same story from the beast's perspective, and we find out that maybe she didn't rescue him after all. It's a great illustration that every story has two different perspectives, at least, and really funny language in it. It's just a really great book, and it's great for school-age kids as well. This is B is for Bedtime. This is a really beautiful, simple alphabet book. A is Awake, How I Feel After Dinner. B for the book with my dad, It's a Winner. But one of the things I love about this is not just the simple chant rhythm to it, which is lovely, but it's also that it has these thick coated pages that are much more sturdy for younger kids. Another book that has these same pages like that is Animally, which is another one of my favorite books that I love, that I have an individual title video for, and I'm a Dirty Dinosaur and I'm a Hungry Dinosaur. A few of the collections that I love: 5-minute bedtime stories. This is our new collection. It's just what it says. It's 5-minute bedtime stories. It's got this cute little ribbon that they can mark their place with. The stories are original stories and just really cute, very well illustrated. This is our Shakespeare collection. It just almost fell out. And it's got 5 of Shakespeare's plays retold. And believe it or not, I actually just read Hamlet to my daughter all in one sitting. She's only 6, and she loved it. Like, she ate it up. This is Big Book of Little Stories. This is a great collection of a mix of fractured retellings of fairy tales and original stories and Aesop's fables. They're all illustrated by different illustrators, so they all look a little bit different. Really great read aloud. My favorite version of the Three Little Pigs to read aloud is in this book. This is one of our new series. This is the Billy B. Adventure series. If you're familiar with Billy B. Brown, who's one of our characters from our older kids chapter books, this is Billy B. when she's in preschool. And these books are great because they start with Billy going into school, and then something happens and the day becomes Billy and her friends pretending. The adults are not there at all. The whole day is just about pretending and imagination. And the adults and school are actually just the bookends on the story. They're beautiful. They're just great imaginative stories. This one is a great read aloud. I love the language. I actually had more chapter books than this to talk about, and now I don't know where they are. So I guess we'll talk about those later, reading chapter books to your younger kids. But if you are reading chapter books to your younger kids, this one, the language in this one is just beautiful, and it has great vocabulary to it. And then this one, this is a board book, and it has these 3 little flaps. When the flaps match up, the animal matches, and the language is alliterative. It all starts with the same letter, but you can mix and match the flaps as well. We have several in this series. There's one with a girl main character, one with a boy main character. This is the animal one. There's a monster one, and there are a few more coming out this spring as well. All right, thank you guys so much for listening, and if you liked this video, please like my YouTube channel, like me on Facebook, www.facebook.com/booksbymarisa. Join my VIP group for special discounts, and you can find these and all of Kane Miller and Usborne's nearly 2,000 titles on my website, www.booksbymarisa.com. Thanks so much. Have a great day.